the heart of Opaskwayak Cree Nation. And I just want to welcome everyone and thanks for tuning in this evening. We have a really special guest with that's with us, joining us tonight. And I just want to let everyone know that you can find me live on Facebook on the Indigenous Superstars group page, on my YouTube channel under Rhonda Head. We're streaming live on Twitter as well, and my fan page. So welcome to Indigenous Superstars, and I shared some news the other day, and I want to share it again because some of you might not have heard my fantastic news that I got a grant with the Stay at Home Manitoba program, and so I'm going to be upgrading my equipment, and I'm really excited that I was successful in applying for the grant, and it's really exciting time for me, and let's see. Well, the show also gets put on a podcast on Apple Music. So if you want to listen to the show on when you're driving around, you can check us out on the podcast. And I'm still working on the Indigenous Superstar app. So I just need to just checking out these comments coming in. Thanks, Judith. I'm really happy to for the grants that I've got. So I have a really exciting guest for you. I'm just going to go ahead and read her bio, and I'm at guest number 49. So I'm really excited about my guests increasing, and the podcasts are increasing as well. More people are downloading the podcast, so I'm really excited about that as well. So our awesome guest tonight is Fawn Wood, the beautiful Fawn Wood, and she also has an incredible voice, and I'm really excited that she's on the show, and you'll get to hear her style of singing, which is so beautiful, and it's so exciting. Award-winning Cree Salish singer Fawn Wood sings with a voice that is deep and true. Infused with a feminine perspective, her round dance, hand game, and traditional songs convey the strength of Indigenous women. Born into the respected multi-generational traditional singing Wood family, Fawn Wood singing reflects her Cree and Salish tribal lineage. At an early age, Fawn would sing her heart out at powwows alongside her mother and father. In 2006, Fawn was the first female to win the hand drum contest at the Gathering of Nations powwow. In 2009, she opened the show at the 11th Annual Native American Music Awards. In 2010, she also sang with her partner, Dallas Waskahat, for the opening of the Aboriginal People's Choice Music Awards in Winnipeg, Manitoba. Please welcome the beautiful Fawn Wood.
Hi, everybody.
Dancy, welcome.
Oh, thank you for having me. It's an honor and a pleasure to join you guys, and I really enjoy the show, and I'm glad to be here.
Oh, I'm so excited to have you. You're my first round dance artist to be on the show, and it's really cool, and I can't wait for the audience to listen to some of your stories and your journey and your singing.
Oh, thank you again. Yeah, it's been a new age of connecting through social media and stuff, and I'm glad to have shows like yours and the other ones out there, and I can't wait to talk with you and have everybody listen.
Awesome. So I'm going to ask a couple questions before we get into your first song. So how did you get involved in singing? Like what inspired you?
I was exposed to music from a very, very young age. Actually, my parents met at a powwow, and it's just been something that's always been a part of my life. They're both singers. My mother, Cynthia Jim, she actually grew up singing around a big drum with her whole family, her sisters, her brothers, my late grandfather, and my grandma, Florence Thomas. And so she was exposed to it at a very young age. And as well as my dad, his name is Earl Wood. Him as well, he was exposed to the music from a very young age through hand games, through powwow, and then him and his brothers started the group Northern Cree. So, and they met. That's how they met, was through singing and through powwow. And it's always just been a part of my life. It's been something that I've practiced and that I've taken an interest in ever since I was a little girl.
That's so awesome. So we were mentioning about the social media part, and how we're connecting through social media now because of this pandemic. You started a virtual round dance group. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah. At the beginning of the pandemic, when the whole world kind of had to shut down and stay at home, there was this challenge going around on Facebook amongst a lot of our singer friends and the singer, like the powwow and round dance singing community, and they were calling it the COVID challenge. And what they were doing is one singer would sing a song, and just to keep people's spirits up and to share music. And me and my partner Dallas kept getting tagged in it. And over the first few days, we were in worry mode. Like, this was so unreal what was happening. And I just said, you know what? Well, why don't we just go live? Why don't we just go live? And that's how we'll share our songs. So we went live, and we had a really, really good turnout. A lot of people tuned in. And the next day, a friend of ours, his name is Hollow Day, he said, wouldn't that be cool to see Fawn and Dallas start an online round dance? He's like, where they sing a song, and then just like in a round dance, you pass the sticks and somebody else will share songs. So by the next night, we threw it together. And for that first stretch, we did 8 nights in a row. And people started calling it the virtual round dance, which is how we got our name, was everybody just started calling it that. And we've been very fortunate to have music and singers and talent from all over North America come and share music and their good feelings, all for the purpose of keeping our people uplifted at this time. I think us as Indigenous people, when we're faced with times like this, one thing that we turn to is our culture, and a big part of our culture is music and the gifts that come with it. And this was our way of trying to keep people's spirits up and trying to connect people and keep them connected with our culture and our music.
That's so true. And one thing I wanted to add to the conversation is as both of us as musicians, we're used to singing in front of a live audience, and that connection that we get from and that energy from the audience, that live energy. But I'm finding that since I've been doing this show and then my own virtual shows, and then me watching, also myself watching the singers perform on through social media and through live streams like this, you can feel that energy still. I felt it, like some of the artists that perform, and like some of them have brought me to tears, and so it's that strength and spirituality of the songs and the singing that is still felt right through the computer and through the stream. So I'm really happy that we're both taking it on this social media and sharing the music that the way we do, and people are healing from the music that we share. And I want to thank you for your show as well. Like I love round dance music, and if I was in Alberta, Saskatchewan, I would be going to all the round dances.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And now, especially around this time, around the Christmas time, in our area here, we have what they call like the Christmas round dance trail, where there's a round dance every single night from like this week starting right into the new year. You can go somewhere every night, and there's options every night. And we really missed that this year. I'm glad we got to take part in it last year. It's a little bit hardcore if you go every night, but we try.
That's so awesome. Yeah, that's what I would be doing if I'd be over there in Saskatchewan and Alberta for sure. I'd be going to those round dance, and I'd have really strong hips and calves. I know there's a lot of people commenting. They're happy that you're on the show. So with that, we'll go up. Are you ready for your first performance?
Sure.
Okay, I'm going to give you the screen.
Okay. This first song I'm going to share with you guys, I'm sure, as well as many other artists and creative people, during this time, we've had a lot of time come up with new material and come up with new music. And the song I'm going to share with you guys was actually one of the earlier songs from, I would say, when this first hit that I came up with. A lot of my songs, they come from a place of emotional expression, whether it's something I go through personally or whether it's something that I get inspiration from. This song, though, was really to express like a love. It was really to express the love I have for my partner, the love I have. It's like an undying love. I call this one "You Were Made for Me." I was gonna sing with my drum today, but I just my mic, sometimes it cancels it out, so I was just gonna sing it a cappella for you guys. It's called "You Were Made for Me." Hey eh ha hi oh hey la ya hey oh hi oh hey 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 oh hey hey oh hey oh hi oh hey hi oh hey oh hey oh. It's been so long, just me and you, but I know what we have is true, Yahweh. You were made for me, I was made for you. Hey, oh, hey, hi, oh, hey, hi, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh. Hey, eh, ha, ha, ya, eh. Hey, na, ya, hey, oh, hi, oh, hey, oh, hey, ah. Hey, ah, hey, ah, eh, yo, hey, ah, hey, ah, eh, yo, hey, oh, hey, hi, oh, hey. Hi, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh. It's been so long, just me and you, but I know what we have is true, Yahweh. You were made for me, I was made for you. Way oh way, hi oh hey, hi oh hey oh hey oh. You were made for me. That song's not recorded yet, but this spring should be working on some new music.
That was so beautiful. Wow, your husband is probably
Thank you.
in love with you for making that song for him. Great. That's a
Oh,
wonderful
it's
song.
I don't know what. Hello, can you hear me all right?
I can hear you. Yep.
Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can.
Yep. I can hear you.
Hold on a second. I'm not sure why my thing is kind of skipping a lot.
You're coming through fine on my end.
Oh, I hear it's like an echoey sound. Hold on a second.
Okay.
Maybe if I join again, or I'll just see if my mic will.
Yeah, all the audience said they can hear you. Well, I want to thank everyone for tuning in tonight.
Oh, I still. Sorry about that, guys. I'm not sure why it is canceling out like that, but do you want me to just sign back in real quick too?
Sure, I'll just.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Got it? Okay,
Yeah,
good.
it's good now.
Okay, good. Awesome. Let's see. I'll just read some of the comments that are coming in. Marilyn, your auntie said, "Way to go, beautiful niece. Love it." Raven Reed said, "We can hear you." My cousin Bertha Dolores said, "You were made for me. So beautiful, Fawn. Love your music." Luba Williams, if he was made for me, you better find me soon. And that was great.
That's
I just want
awesome.
to thank everyone for tuning in and then listening to the beautiful Fawn Wood. And I'm really excited that she's here with us this evening. And she's our 49th guest. So that's a really an awesome milestone for me and for your show. You're on your 54th show. So that's really
Mm-hmm.
incredible. So yeah, it takes a lot of work, right? And a
Mm.
lot of logistics and phone calls, and some people like cancel out last minute, and you have to um, you know, figure out what if you're gonna fill that spot, or if you're gonna cancel for the night.
Yeah. Oh,
You
yeah.
know?
That's something we've learned over the span of this 10 months is all of the different obstacles that can pop up, even Wi-Fi connection, mic connections. Do people know how to go live or set it up like that? It's been a good learning experience, but I think ourselves as well as you, we're pretty seasoned in this now.
Yeah, I feel like it's like a well-oiled machine. That's what I call it. But there's still, um, not everything goes smoothly all the time, so we have to think
Mhm.
pretty quickly on our feet and just to get the show going. And so it's really exciting. And um, what was I going to ask you? Oh, you were involved with a real exciting event this weekend, or the past few days, the APTN Indigenous Day Live Winter Solstice 2020. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, I was a while back, I believe, towards the end of summer, I got this email, and a lot of people up here in Canada who have APTN, that I'm sure they're familiar with the Indigenous Day lives that they do across the country, and they air it live, and it was all canceled. That's the thing about going through something like this pandemic is how it affects the arts and the people who are artists like that. And a big show like that was canceled. So I was invited to come and share some music. It was a pre-recorded event, and it's airing all this week. As of yesterday, I believe, and today was episode 2. They just gathered a bunch of different musicians from our country here, all different genres, very talented people, and we got to be a part of this concert series. There's 5 episodes. I was really nervous too, because it was my first gig, I like in person gig that I did, and I don't even know how many months it was. Um, but it was really nice. It was really nice to be able to do that, and I hope everybody likes it. I share new music on there. I have 2 upcoming albums that's going to be released with Buffalo Jump Records, and all the songs that I share on there are all new music. So I hope people tune in, and I hope they enjoy.
Right on. So I want to know about your win in 2006 at the that big powwow in Albuquerque, the Gathering of Nations, and you won. You were the first female to win a hand drum contest. Can you tell us about that?
Sure. You know what? That year specifically was the very first year that I even started singing in public. The funny thing is, a lot of people that I went to school with or grew up with didn't even know I could sing. Just people that may have visited our house or attended one of my family's sweats, or it was something that I just did at home and kept at home. But it was always a part of my life. Um, Starting that story, the weekend before that, I caught a ride down to this powwow in Seattle. It was called the UW powwow, University of Washington powwow, and they had the first. Well, one of they had this contest that they opened up. It was a one man contest, and I remember at that time I wasn't singing in front of people. I had a friend approach me, and he was telling me, "Hey, you should go sign up. There's never been a woman who made the preliminaries in there. I think you have a chance." And he only heard me sing once. And I was like, "Oh, I don't think so." I told them no, anyways. But I was gonna go watch. I was gonna go watch the contest, and sure enough, as they were bringing up the contestants, they called my name, and my friend went and registered me. Anyways, I ended up winning that contest. It was a tournament style, and I was the first woman to make the preliminaries, the top 10 there, and which was good because I was flat broke, and I won like $1,000 American. I ended up saving that money. My mom told me that she would bring me the next weekend to Gathering of Nations because it was on the poster that they were having a one man hand drum contest there, and it was open to men and women. And my mom, she ended up driving that 30 hours with me and my little sister Tia, just for the 2 starts I sang there. And I remember the night before, because you had to register ahead of time, and the night before it was my turn to sing in the contest, I remember I was telling my mom I had my doubts. And, after driving 30 hours like that, she made me talk to my dad. And my dad was telling me, he's like, "You know what?" He's like, "You go over there and you close your eyes and just pretend that you're singing here at home. And I ended up singing a song that was by my uncle Randy Wood, and they didn't have any kind of finals or anything like that. Everybody just sang their songs. And I remember we were sitting at the very top. Anybody who's been to Gathering of Nations knows that at the old pit, it was shaped, you go down like a stadium. And we were sitting at the top, and we didn't know anything. They kind of stopped in the middle between categories, and they're like, "Oh, we're going to announce the hand drum winners." And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." Just me and my mom and my little sister were sitting there. And they announced the third place and second place, and both of them were like, really, really renowned male singers. And then when they started announcing the first place, they started. I wasn't even kind of wasn't even really listening. I was helping my mom here. And before I knew it, my mom was screaming. She was jumping up in the stands, and they announced my name. And I don't know. It was one of those moments where it was like a turning point and starting my journey with music and being a composer. And that was a really important moment for me in my journey as a singer. And I ended up winning that contest there. And that was kind of my pushing point for me to help me keep going, because I've never sang in public. That was my second time singing in public. And from there, everything kind of started for me.
Yeah, that's Erin Brown says that's so awesome. She's a big fan of a lot of Indigenous artists, and she supports everyone. She's so awesome. So I just want to say hi, Erin, and I want to let people know that haven't attended the Gathering of Nations. Like there's like about maybe like 20,000 people that are in that. That's when it used to be at the pit. Like there's lots and lots of people, and they stream it live as well too on powwows.com. So the audience is huge there, and the competition is fierce. Like you said, there was two renowned male singers, and congratulations to you for winning. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you, thank you. I never ever seen things like that coming or happening when it came to music. Music was just it was every day for me. It was something that was played a huge part in who I am and who my family was, and I'm really humbled by things like that. Thank you, Rhonda.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, yeah. Well, so deserving. Like your voice is so incredible, and there's a lot of feeling and passion when you sing, and it's just it's so beautiful. And I can't wait to hear your new music that you've got coming out. And and are you ready to sing your next song?
Sure, I can.
Okay. All right, awesome. Okay, I'm giving you the.
So this next song that I want to share with you guys was actually I've never ever made a song that was like in the holiday spirit or anything like that. And I always appreciated when our traditional artists, our powwow singers, our round dance singers would make Christmas music, and it was something that I know you could hear resonate in our Indigenous households throughout our communities all over North America. And just a couple weeks ago, in the Christmas spirit, one of my favorite songs is Silent Night. One of my favorite classic Christmas songs is Silent Night. And this song, I was inspired, and I also wanted to dedicate this song to all of the families out there who may have lost a loved one during this time, or anybody out there who may be missing being with their loved ones and can't be at this time. So I hope you guys enjoy this song, Silent Night, my rendition, anyways. Make sure this is over here. Silent night, all is calm, all is bright. Come sing with me into the night. Hold close those you love dear, now into the new year. Hey, hey, ha, hi, oh, yeah, hey, hi, oh, hi, oh, hey, hi, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh. Silent night, all is calm. come sing with me into the night. Hold close those you love dear, now into the new year. Hey, hey, ha, hi, yeah, hey, hi, oh, hey, hi, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh. Silent night, all is calm, all is bright. Come sing with me into the night. Hold close those you love dear, now into the new year. Hey, hey, ha. Hi, yeah, hi, oh, hey, hi, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh.
Thank you for sharing that. It was so beautiful. I
Thank you.
love
Oh,
your
that thing's
rendition of
doing
it.
that thing again. I'm not.
Beautiful.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, we can still hear you. I'm not sure. Maybe it's
Oh,
your
it was just the sound, but it's working now. Thank you,
okay,
guys.
that's good. Yeah, that was so beautiful. I loved your rendition. I sing it too in Cree, but I sing it the music is like Silent Night, but
Mm.
I added the Cree words on it. Oh, Aaron
Oh,
said beautiful. Efrain from New Mexico. Hi, and he always tunes in all the time, and he fans all the artists that have been on the show so far. So that's pretty awesome.
oh, awesome.
Yeah, Desiree Cinnabon, I love you. Oh my gosh,
Thank
Luba
you.
Williams said chills. Yeah, so I'm so glad you sang that song. It was so beautiful. I love the way your voice is. It's so different and very unique, and I love the way you perform and sing and how you control your vocal is so very impressive. I'm very impressed. That's
Oh, thank you so much, Rhonda. That means so much coming from somebody like you. That's a huge compliment. Thank you so much. I'm like, oh my God.
So that the other thing I wanted to mention you like how I was exactly the same as you when we I only sang in front of my music teacher and a couple of my family and like, nobody knew I had a voice and so I know how it is when we're starting to share our voice with the public. It can be scary, right? Because we're so vulnerable and we don't know how the audience is going to react to our voice, but once we took the risk and perform, like it's been magical. I know it's probably and it sounds like it's been magical for you, and you sound like you've had a wonderful career since you shared your voice with the world. And one of the things that was told to me is, and I wish it was told to me when I was younger, is that when we have a gift, it's our duty to share with the world. Yeah, and when I talk to the youth, I always tell them that because we went through residential, intergenerational residential school, right? So our confidence level was lower, and but as we grow older and becoming, learning to um, voice our own singing and becoming empowered, and it's so great um, that you found your voice and you're sharing it and moving people like to tears or to making them have chills or crying. It's so, thank you for sharing your voice, and I'm glad that your parents pushed you to sing because they seen something in you, and I'm
Thank
glad,
you
yeah, they
very
encouraged.
much. That's exactly the driving force, and myself as an artist and a singer, and just the stuff I create. I think that's the biggest reward when you hear how it affects other people, or how it may make other people feel. And um, I think it goes back to the spirit of the music, you know, whether you sing, whether you play an instrument or anything like that, the spirit behind it is always felt, and that's what connects other people to it. And I just want to say thank you to everybody who may have found some kind of good feelings in my music. I really appreciate it. Wow, I'm thankful for all of you.
Awesome. So where can people find your music online?
If you want to get the hard copies, my past albums are all through Canyon Records. You can download any of them or stream them on any streaming or download platforms. My new music, however, is going to be released through a new company. My former producer from Canyon Records started his own, and it's called Buffalo Jump Records. I know he has an amazing lineup of people coming out with new music through him. I'm honored to be a part of that. So you guys keep your eye out for Buffalo Jump Records. Again, you'll be able to download it and stream it on all platforms. I think it's going to be around February when my first one's released. So other than that, I share songs on social media all the time. So there's videos and Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. I love TikTok.
I joined it recently.
Yeah.
I just discovered it.
Oh, yeah. I love it. And there's a really cool feature for singers on TikTok. If you share a song, you can duet somebody else's video and sing along with them. That's what I love about it.
Cool. My sister Janet says, two powerful women, two powerful voices. You two need to collaborate. So I'm up for it if you want to collaborate.
Oh, that would be an honor. That would be a dream. Yeah, we definitely need to make that happen.
Oh, for sure. We'll talk about it. We'll keep in touch. So I just want to mention my next guest is the beautiful Isla Barker, and she's going to come on tomorrow. She'll be my 50th guest, so it's a milestone for me tomorrow. But 49 is an important number for us too, right? So it's a milestone. Today is a milestone too, and just want to tell people to stay safe, stay healthy, social distance. The numbers are going down on our reserve, but they're still going up around our surrounding communities. So it doesn't mean that we're allowed to go out and not wear our masks. We need to continue to try and be safe from this pandemic that's going on. And that's the reason why this show came about is because of the pandemic and how we need to retain that connection with the other singers and with the audience. And that's what Fawn is doing too with her virtual round dance that she's been producing. So I want to thank you again for being on the show. It's been wonderful having you here and sharing your beautiful voice and moving a lot of our audience that have been watching.
Thank you again for having me, Rhonda, and thank you everybody for tuning in. Like Rhonda said, you guys stay safe, practice social distancing, sanitize, wear a mask. And remember, we do stuff like this so we can gather again. And I hope you guys all have a safe holiday.
Good say.
Tune in again next time when Rhonda interviews another up-and-coming Indigenous superstar. Only on Indigenous Superstars.